rebellions. They did. They lost 2 rebellions. Hi, Thrifty. Thank you for joining the game. Alright, I think I'm going to start the game now. Wait, huh? Oh, Thrifty. I don't... oh. Well, you're in. I think you just got lucky. I don't think you can choose once the game is started, but let's start now, everyone. It was Lucina, but it was taken. So I changed it, and yes, you can say Lucy. Lucina is also fine. I just struggle to say words sometimes. Oh, here are the stats, by the way, from the end of the last session. The Grandees did almost have 10 of everything. The only thing they didn't have 10 was military. Now that you're queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Good luck in the days ahead, your majesty. You'll need it dealing with us lot. That's from Lucina? Oh, a lot of people to join. Cespria, thank you for joining. You are on... Ooh, let me move away a little bit. Cespria, you are on the Grandees. Good luck in your days ahead, your majesty. You'll need it. We got Cespria. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. And then we got... Schmegelman. Hail and all well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, The council immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your mother fought so hard for? We had 3 straight zeros on faith. Yeah, I peeped into the stream while I was, while people were joining my game while I was taking a break. I saw the 0 faith on everyone. I was like, that is the opposite of what we got. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your mother, but now it's time for you to wear the crown. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get this over with. Shall we call the nobles in? I have an important question. Enoch, you can ask that question. Feel free to. Alright, looking like we're getting everyone throwing me into River. We're getting the Twitch Classic, I see. Why do the Chancellor, Spymaster, Marshal, and all those other NPCs never age? It's just their look-alike child. It was a majority on C, so I ended it. No need for a count. It is decided the Queen will be thrown into the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into a shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or some of the nobles stifling giggles? I think they'd be stifling giggles. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your mother out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Alright, here's where the roleplay starts. What am I doing? And I'm sticking to it. What does chat want? Chat, whatever you're feeling, let me know. Type in chat which one you want me to... Which goal you want me to do. Military? What else? Anyone else? Alright, well, military it is. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck. Bajarni of the... Oh, well, we have an ad break coming in a minute, which is strange because I just played ads, but... Bajarni of the Enoch clan, notorious northern orator, stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. Chiefs of the north, we all know that I should be on the throne, not this imposter queen Sofia II. How do we make that happen? Klieg. Yes, we're going the military. To be honest, Klieg from Warhammer 40k sucks. Well, Polishman, be nice. Come on, Polishman. Thrifty, ignore what Polishman said. We love you. I'll look up. The Klieg is the Klieg Marines from 40k. I just want to make sure I'm correct, if that's what you're referring to. By the way, here are the barons, or not the barons, the chiefs. Rail Baron, you can slap in a vote. The Emperor is an idiot. Krieg is a German word literally for war. The 40k simply... Yeah, I know. But, oops. Please be a fucking minute ad. Don't be a 2-minute ad, please, for the love of God. I think the Queen is smart. Schmegelman, thank you. It's just a German word for warfighter, but Krieg troopers are based... They are based. The Krieg Marine, the Krieg troopers, yes. Alright, is that it? Rail Baron, are you not here? Well, it said an ad was playing, and then it didn't. 10-minute ad, impressive? Are you lying to me? What? Hold on, wait a minute. That's not possible, I don't think. Yeah, I need to cut some chicken. Gonna be away. That's fine, Rail Baron. Did not have an ad. Thank God. You actually got me. You got me scared with that 10-minute ad, FMX. Also, Krieg. Oh, it's a minute ad. Thank you. Also, Krieg from One Piece is pretty cool. Is a pretty cool villain and deserved better in the live action. I was gonna watch the One Piece live action at some point. I didn't want to watch One Piece because it's just a long ass show. If I recall, it's like Naruto. It's got those 200 filler episodes, 800 real episodes. I'll be waiting for ad done, don't you? That's why I'm waiting. Anyone who can't see an ad, I'm just 30 seconds till the ad ends. Don't want anyone to, you know, miss out. We got 15 seconds until the ad's over and we can continue. All things Krieg are pretty cool. I had a 1 30-second ad and a 1 10-second ad. It's over now. Alright. It's telling me ad break is over in 3 seconds. Everyone's back, I'm told. Everyone, welcome back from the ad. The chiefs plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the queen was considered a threat to their autonomy, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 in 2 seasons. Alright, you're already there. Yvette of the Polishman bloodline, notorious marcher elder, stands before blazing hearth, roaring with arms outstretched. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do what it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Alright, barons, Polishman, Big Nut, and Schmegelman. What's going on here? What's going on? You trying to intimidate me? You trying to uprise, slap out that propaganda? Alright, we got the 2 on A. Anyone else? Well, that's it, so it's looking like it's going to be raised stability, everyone, for the barons. The barons plan to hold the queen hostage in her own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their schemes, the barons must raise stability to 5 or more. Alright, another 5 or more. Archara of the FMX lineage, well-known southern prodigies, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright, Grandees, Warzy, Thrifty, Cespria, and the FMX. What's going on here? I would prefer if y'all didn't vote A, though. The lower defiance ones we get often. But it's all, whatever y'all want. Fervor and Excommunication I like. I prefer the unique ones to the faction over the generic ones. Vote A, I'm leaving. Polishman, you're on barons. Alright, all of them on B. The Grandee claimant Archara has been chosen by the 9th god to be the next queen. She promised a first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, raise farming to 5. Alright, everyone's chilling right now. I just need to check something. Nope, okay. I'll do a quick roll gamble, why not? A devastating avalanche has buried a mountain village within my domain. There are few survivors. I suppose the kingdom should lend a helping hand. The other nobles are under no obligation to help the north, but surely they will vote with compassion. I'm gonna leave it up to y'all on this one. The Krieg suck because they can't even win a war without nuking themselves. Polishman. What would I do without you? Alright, looks like we got a split boat AC. Looks like B's gonna win, but, you know, someone can tie it up for A or C. Looks like we got the tie on A. Okay, I'm gonna be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your funds go towards resettling the survivors in neighboring villages with enough gold to see them through the winter. And Chief Enoch skims a little off the top, of course, for his trouble. I don't really appreciate that. The skimming. Your Majesty, this year we'll be holding Winterfest in my clan hall. It would be an honor if you could attend. I look forward to it. Ha! I can't wait. Winterfeast is a special time of year. You'll see. The Honor Guard. Good news, Your Majesty. I have received a vision. I saw you bathed in holy light, blades and missiles crumbling to dust before they could reach you. You do not need to recruit an Honor Guard. The Ninth God will shield you from all harm. I've never seen the Ninth God protect someone from a sword through the chest, Your Majesty. You need tangible guards. Made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath. Alright. So, role-playing wise, I would be going south because they have the highest military, but I did just go south last game. Chat opinion, what do y'all think I should go here? The 9th protects, so you want me nuns? You want me on the battle nuns? Okay. Chat, anyone else got any opinions on what they would like the Honor Guard to be? Do your RP, okay. Then the Southern Nuns. I'll make the arrangements at once. The Nuns got the best military. It froze for a second. Whew, I thought I crashed. Foolishness. Do you not trust in the protection of the Ninth? This kingdom grows more faithless by the day. What are you on about, 998? Faithless kingdom out here. Wah. The battle nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently, their solemn steel masks betraying nothing before filing into formation behind your throne. Alright everyone, it's auction time. It's exclamation point fund space letter space the amount you would like to donate or fund it. Barons want stability up. Chiefs want authority up. And the grandees want farming up. I'm starting the auction now. And from what I can see on my screen and the Twitch stream, there's about a 3-second delay. So if there's 3 seconds on your screen, it's most likely the vote's already over. Alright, we got Thrifty with the big money moves out here. 600. Oh, well, never mind. That's actually the first one was a mistake. 300 on E, 500 on E, 200 on F. D and E are in first place. Authority up, farming up. Alright, I believe that's probably what's going to pass unless someone else is going to last second throw in the 1K like maybe Warzy. Alright, yep, no one came in with the slick fund. Authority up, and I believe, yeah, authority up, farming up, finding a spouse, a curious discovery. Your Majesty will recall the devastating avalanche that struck the north. Yes, I remember, a tragedy. The avalanche uncovered an ancient stone door embedded in the mountainside. We suspect it may be one of our ancestors' tombs. Some locals pried open the door and investigated within. They did not return. Well, we gotta send the warriors in. Send the troops in. We must meet every threat with more violence. Alright. It's a majority on A, so I will be ending once the vote ends. One second, I forgot I had a text message I'll reply to. Alright. I gotta reset up my camera real quick. Alright. I must go, but good luck to the Barons. A big nut. Thank you so much for joining the stream for the time you're here. I appreciate you. I hope to see you next Tuesday or the occasional Thursday or Friday. No problem, Big Nut. I really do hope to see you around, though. Thank you so much for joining. The North has no short supply of warrior heroes. The only problem is finding a group who is willing to work together. There are a lot of ancient feuds to tiptoe around. I'm the only Baron, I think. Polishman's here, right? Or did he cut? Oh my god, I think Polishman left. No! I miss you, Polishman, already. The Chiefs finally settle on a champion named Hrothvir. Known for juggling live scorpions, he will lead a band of brave warriors into the tomb. You hope to hear back soon. I do hope to hear back soon. Your Majesty, it is important for you to find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Any. Did the Polish remover get to him? I hope not. Because if it did, that means... Oh wait, the other old mate's also gone. Oops. Maybe it did then. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messages to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Where did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you're spending a little too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off crown jewels, or crack open a predecessor's vault or tomb. Most would bury piles of gold, so I heard. I do want to do this at some point, because I've never done it. Well, I can be loyalist with no opposition. You're 100% correct. Polishman isn't there to vote what he wants. So what's y'all's opinion on this? I usually do this, and I've never repaid this loan once. What's everyone's wealth looking at? You know what? If it takes from the richest, then we'll do this. You auction off a dozen of necklaces, 5 gold rings, and a jeweled scepter to the nobles. It's a humiliating affair, selling off your symbols of power. It makes you look weak and desperate. Oh, look at this tiara. It's fetching, isn't it? Hey, check out this scepter. It's like I'm the queen. Well, if I was really hoping it hit... Oh, well, damn. Damn, Marzi. Damn, you got the gold. If you're going to choose the mint, keep the treasury way up or it's game over. Okay, so I thought it was just like a game over, but I'm going to do that next time then. Far to the north, Chief Railbaron sits on the roaring hearth. 2 enormous wolfhounds lying at his feet. A shadow darkens the door, the hounds whimper and flee, tails tucked between their legs as a skeletal figure steps into the room, accompanied by the jingling of 1,000 tiny bells. My apologies. I have that effect on dogs. Their ears are so sensitive. Why did you call me to this meeting? I may be immortal, but my time is still more precious than yours. I thought we might have a common goal. The queen has been overstepping her bounds recently, hasn't she? That's true. The watch tried to turn me away from my favorite bakery last week, simply because my presence shattered all the windows in a mile's radius. I'll help you. Those fig rules are worth committing regicide for. But first, you'll need to take care of the bees. Did you say bees? Yes, in the Dreamlands, they are called themselves the Dreams of Beings. They are a deadly foe. Even for a wizard, of course. Their waking selves just tend to buzz about and pollinate flowers. They love all kinds of royalty, protect them from magical threats, but they won't harm non-magical folk. Oh, this is the same exact one that all the wizards say. For the next stage of this scheme, chiefs must lower all regions farming to 14 or less. It is at 12-17 right now, so you need to lower it by 3. Tax time. I need my money for war. Hrothvir returns. We have received word from Hrothvir, Your Majesty. He has returned from his exploration of the mountain tomb. He's back, yes, he is. Unfortunately, Your Majesty, this is not a cause for celebration. Hrothvir now marches at the head of an army of magic warriors made entirely from ice. They believe Hrothvir is their ancient king. Troubling news indeed. The traitor Hrothvir plans to take your throne with his frozen army. We don't have long to decide on a response. What do you suggest? This treachery must be stamped out. Everyone, order the chiefs to gather their army and face Hrothvir in battle. We are going to war against Hrothvir. Let's do it. Alright, we got Thrifty on B, Schmegel on A, Lucy on A. Oh, we got a split vote. Assassins, I'm a warrior. We ain't no assassin talking about cloak and dagger shit. I send my warriors with battle axes screaming into the front. Alright, I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I like war, but I like winning a war most. I just feel like in most, when you win a war in this game, it's usually for a monarch victory. And I'm not trying to win all the time. I'm trying to get their military up. Their military's been to 0 for the past 2 playthroughs, so every time their military's come up, even if it's against my interest, I try to bump it up and stuff. The resultant war is bitter. The Ice Warriors are formidable foes. They're inhumanely strong and untiring. But your Northern Warriors prove more than a match for the Frozen troops. There are casualties, of course, but it could have been worse. Much worse. The Ice Warriors have been shattered. A bruised Hrothvir is brought before you in chains. Sentence him to death. Roaring with mad laughter, Hrothvir is dragged away to face the axe. Mr. Fricks, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. You are on the Barons. Oh, meant to scroll, but I guess I clicked it. I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young kingdom from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The chancellors lead you to a great hall where they've arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by cloth. Alright, let's see them. They whisk away the first portrait. This is Ursa, firstborn of the heir of the Northern Lucenia clan. They're your typical northerners, as far as I can tell. Big and loud and all the social graces of a goat, but means well. Even among northerners, they made something of a name for themselves. Had a bit of a controversy a while back. Their clan hall burned down. Apparently their pleasance were to blame. Not interested. From the south we have Katano, the eldest son of Cespria lineage. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with a little confidence, right? Like many in the south, he claims to put his faith above the ninth god, above all worldly concerns. Actually, he's a little intense. He calls himself an avatar of the ninth justice. I don't like the look of him. And finally, we have the Marches offering. Emmy Scion of the prestigious Mr. Frick's bloodline. A typical baroness, really loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most barons, her passion is hunting. No beast is safe from her crossbow. Give her half a chance and she'll expound at length about how we should improve the lot of the peasants. Is that all? What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll angle the other regions, but you'll be gaining a lifelong alliance. Alright, I've made my decision, and it is Ursa of the North. You need a good fighter. Any of these factions will provide when the North has a warrior. Yeah, I was gonna go Ursa. I was hoping to find the one where I could do the polyamory achievement. I got that last game, but someone might have started a rebellion and fucked me over, but that's fine. Ursa. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Winter fees, time to spend all that money. Mr. Fricks, I thought you did join. If not, you're on the Barons. Welcome, welcome, I appreciate you joining. After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Rail Baron. The hall is crammed with all the chiefs of the north, sitting cheek to cheek along tables groaning under the weight of food and ale. Welcome, your majesty, to my humble hall. Take a seat and grab a drink. It is customary at Winterfeast to exchange a gift to the host. What did you bring? As a warrior, I brought you an axe. Oh, oof, I don't know. Oof, which is, like, you actually use a war horse, and this is more decorative. I haven't seen a war horse yet myself. I need money. Ursa the bear. I think, oh, who is it? Who is this? I need money. Is this you, Rail Baron? It is, okay. I'll give you this. What an extraordinary craftsmanship. Useless as a flagon full of seawater, of course, but it certainly looks pretty. I'll make sure all the chiefs know of your generosity. After that, the feast lasts long into the night. The fires roar, the bards sing songs of the old days, and a lake of ale is consumed. A couple hours you are extremely, extremely drunk. The chiefs appreciate how much you're getting into the spirit of things. They roar with laughter at your mumbled jokes. Someone claps on your shoulders so hard your crown falls into your beer. As winter feast draws on and snow piles up outside the doors, the mood in the hall turns raucous. Your memory is blotchy, but you distantly recall getting into a fight like a warrior does. In your drunken haze, you tell a joke that might have been construed as a little insulting to one of the chiefs present and his mother. Oi, say that one more time, I'll batter ye. The chief is so drunk you're not sure he realizes you're the queen, or perhaps he's too far gone to care. Accept the challenge. The whole clan hall grows hushed as you stand up and ball your hands into a fist. Then with a roar, they surround you. You both surround you both and begin chanting, fight, fight, fight. I'm starting a prediction, everyone. Do I pass or fail? I am doing fight honorably, by the way. I will not fight dirty. But if I pass or fail, this one. It's a 30-second per channel point vote. Let's see the gambling. All right. We got 1,500. Got 100 on pass. I beat the 5% just tonight. Well, Thrifty, you're in the stream right now, so I'm really feeling your luck. I'm feeling it too now. I'm going all in, Schmegel says. All right, fight honorably. You throw the first punch, and Enoch Blade absorbs it with a grunt. Then he punches you back, and everything grows dark. Choose fail. You are revived by a splash of cold water. The chiefs are clapping you on the back, congratulating you for fighting honorably, even if you did lose. The next morning, the chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. You wake up in an even worse state, sprawled onto a table, and your clothing is disheveled. Even worse, your crown is missing. Fortunately, Chief Rail Baron comes to your rescue. He gets you washed and finds your crown before any rumors can spread. Thank you, Chief Rail Baron. Hiding your embarrassment, you bid farewell to the chiefs and begin a long, perilous journey back to the capital. Again, what crown? I know, my character isn't wearing a crown. That's kind of weird. Mr. Fricks, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I didn't see it a bit ago, but thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Fevered dreams! Ever since you were a child, you had strange urges. Whenever you asked your mother about them, she brushed it off. But now it's taking a turn for the worse. You've always had a love of rich meat. Not unusual for a royal, but now your hunger is insatiable. Your dreams have become vivid and disturbing. Screams echo through the woods as your jaw bite beast and human alike. The council noticed your lack of sleep. Your mother never prepared you for this. Something must be done. Ignore it. There are more pressing matters. You push ahead. A few bad dreams won't hurt anyone, and the kingdom cannot afford to see you weak. Your Majesty, you might recall your predecessor, Sofia, allowed a child from the south to take her name. I remember that. Yes, you would have been rather young, but it wasn't so long ago. In any case, we had word from the south that this child has reached adulthood. What are they up to? I'm afraid, Your Majesty, that young Sofia grew up to be a depraved murderer. They've been found guilty of killing several people in nightmarishly inventive ways. I never knew you caused such damage with a boiled egg. Sophia is due to be sentenced tomorrow. I wonder if it would be wise to step in. After all, they share a name with your predecessor. It's unfair, but people might associate the two. It could bring the whole royal line into disrepute. I'm thinking we execute them. Lucina, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, Lucy. Well, I stream, by the way, everyone, I stream Tuesdays from 12 to 5 usually, and then occasionally I stream on Thursdays, also King of the Castle, and then Friday's my variety day. Alright, looks like we gotta execute them up there. We gotta get this person out of here. People will learn to fear me, but you can't be having these people. That's it, that was majority. Sofia is brought to the execution platform at dawn, struggling and protesting their innocence. Uh-oh. As the axe falls, a furious scream is abruptly cut off. The gathered crowd cheers, full of excitement and bloodlust. There begins a roaring trade in handkerchiefs soaked in their blood. But rumors start to swirl. Whispered of a conspiracy rise. The peasantry go unsettled. Nah, who cares? The peasantry. I need my warriors beefed. Your wedding to Ursa is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertram's Cathedral with Ursa by your side. Do you take this person as your lawfully wedded wife? I do. Then I pronounce you queen and spouse. After the wedding, of course, is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new spouse Ursa dance so vigorously that they spill wine all over themselves. By the time you find yourself alone with Ursa, it's past midnight. You've never felt more tired. Good God, I am so drunk, yet not drunk enough. Whose arse do I need to kick to get some more wine? Servants, bring us wine. Haha, that's the spirit. Shall we go to bed together? No time like the present, huh? They swing back the last dregs of their wine and lead you to bed. Sofia soft-boiled egg has been slain. Sofia soft-boiled egg II has joined the council. Deep in the forest of the march, Baron Bignut has gone boar hunting with a few of his closest friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Cats aren't best for getting rid of mice. You're better off with a terrier. I think you missed the point of my analogy. Never mind. Our next step is to replace the palace watch with our own agents. Should be easy enough. If the queen can't pay them, the watch will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of the scheme, barons must lower the treasury to 15 or less. Alright, well, you're already there. The prophesied ninth herald is finally manifested on Celestia, taking the form of a humble noble known as Archara, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills, or so the grandees claim. Haha, peasants all over the south are flocking to you, Archara. I knew you could do it. The plentiful crops have been a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false queen. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasant might take up arms and die for you. For the next stage, lower stability. I need money, so I want to wait for that. Your Majesty, the barons of the march have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. I will compete myself. Superb, Your Majesty. I'll accept your acceptance directly. Your Highness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me! Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they don't want to live an aesthetic life, and that I should do the same. Alright, let's see how much money you have. Oh, you really don't. God, what nonsense. Quite so, Your Highness. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite the overreaction. The ringleader of the movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself the voice of the ninth god, and the knaves hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. I think we aggressively break up the meetings. Send in the soldiers. Alright, it's looking like we got all on B. We're breaking up the meeting with violence. Send in the riot squad, you're goddamn right, Thrifty. Sea Watch rushed to the next philosophical meeting. Some of the peasants try to fight back, but Ortega tells them to stand down to prevent more violence. The grandees are very grateful, though there are rumblings of discontent from the peasantry. Damn, I hoped I got a little money. May I have a word, Your Majesty? Many years ago, your mother, Queen Sofia, asked me to carve a mountain with their likeness. I told them it was impossible, but they insisted. How's it going? Well, progress is stalled. I would love to see the project completed so we could honor the reign of your late mother, or if you prefer, it's not too late to resign the image in your image. Do we really need a money sink like this? There are plenty of other places to spend our coin. I would personally prefer D, but I can't really encourage y'all to vote B. Yep, we got the split vote I see, A, B, or ACD. Project was too ambitious. We'll scale it down. Okay, Grandees. Okay. Cancel the project. Complete the carving. Alright, I'm going to be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beaming, the chief architect hurries away to prepare. In a matter of months, the project is finished. Your mother's face glares out from the mountainside, visible for miles around, looking stern and formidable. Naturally, this only helps cement the legacy of your own reign. Alright, everyone, it's auction time. I'm starting the auction. Well, hold on. Chiefs need to lower farming. Barons need to lower treasury. They already got it. And Grandees need to lower stability. I will be starting the auction now. And from the looks of it, there's a 5-second delay. So if there's 5 seconds left, I would assume it's right to assume the vote's over. Alright, we got 192, 600, 400. So we got 600. We got C and E. Farming down, stability down. Uh-oh, A has gotten back with the farming up. Alright, well, fun day, Mr. Fricks. You gotta type an amount. Alright, it's looking like E and C. I don't think anyone else is gonna sneak through. Yep, I don't think I saw a sneak through. Farming down, stability down. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Servants strap on your armor and help you mount your horse. She hands you a lance and you ride atop onto the field. Welcome, one and all. We have a most thrilling guest. As you ride your horse past the stands, nobles gasp and stare. Blow a kiss at a baron. Cheering erupts. The nobles stamp so hard that the stands tremble. When the barons joust, you quickly realize your opponents swerve at each time they approach. They don't really want to hurt a queen. Puts dent in the challenge, really. Bracing match, isn't it? You're beating everyone soundly. Disguise yourself to get a real match. Alright, we got another roleplay thing here. This raises military, but I think a real warrior would disguise themselves and get a real match. You know what I'm saying? I think we're doing this. A new competitor is about to join us. She comes from, the March. Your entourage helps you into a new set of armor and you ride out into the field. Here we have, what was the name? Baroness Yvette, ready to fight. And finally, a real battle. You're thrown from your horse flat on your back, but blood courses through your veins. The audience roars in support, cheering wildly for Baroness Yvette. Is this what it's like to be truly admired? At the end of the day, you make your way back to the capital, feeling every ache in muscles you didn't know you had. But what a rush. Meanwhile, the march of cavalry troops see a huge influx of people eager to join up, inspired by your example. Your marriage to Ursa has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough. You made some good memories together, but there's no spark. They care more about perfecting their combat moves than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you need an heir. Congratulations in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone whose young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own will do the trick, even if they're a bastard, the youngest of many cousins. My spouse and I will have a child. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers about Baron Bignut of the March. He's been discreetly offering coin to your palace watch. Just gifts, he says. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. I thought the barons could be trusted. The palace watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If I don't give them a raise, these bribes look very appealing. Unfortunately, we can't give them anything with the treasury as low as it is. My honor. By my honor, you don't have a shred of any proof of this. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the council will join me in scorning these lies. Big Nut scheming when AFK. Big Nut is the big schemer. Alright, look like everyone on A got 2 on B, 1 on B and C, but A is it. A has a majority. I'll be ending when the vote ends. You order the mint to produce more coins. The sudden rise of inflation caused the food prices to rise enough to leave thousands starving. Free money. Most of the extra cash goes straight to the Palace Watch. Hopefully this will buy their loyalty. It did not. Somewhere in the march, Baron Big Nut sits atop a banquet gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their schemes with mouthfuls. Luck is with us, my friend. The Palace Watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. Music to my ears. Soon, the throne will be ours. Indeed it will, but we must now plan our next steps. I'm still repaying my life to Sofia the First. Sofia the First did let you leave. Did not let Polishman leave, let me tell you. Chopped off Polishman's head. Alright, well, I think that's all the barons. Big Nut is gone, and Polishman's gone. Yep, okay. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. They'll swap places with the Palace Watch one by one. Once the Queen realizes she is surrounded by our troops, it'll be too late. She'll be as helpless as a little fly caught in our web. Magnificent, but once we turn the Queen into our puppet, won't the chiefs and grandees notice? That's why we need a strong army to make them think twice about challenging us. United with the Queen's forces, we'll be unstoppable. For the final stage of this scheme, barons must raise their military to at least 5. Deep in the south, a grandee paces along a balcony of her hillside villa. It's just not enough. The peasants love Archara and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up and put her on the throne. Take heart, grandee. We are at the threshold. Peasants need only a small push. If only we could engineer that push. The grandee's aim is lower stability to 4 or less. Up in the north, Chief Rail Baron and the Wizard Brusque are enjoying a grand feast. Any glassware has been carefully replaced with ceramics. The kingdom is still absolutely teeming with bees. Buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I can't get away from it. Oh, it hurts my skull. Bzz groans, and the oaken table splits down the middle like a tree struck by lightning. Please, just give me a few more months. By the old gods, I won't let you down. See that you don't. Skull aches make me irrational. Chief's name is Lower Farming. 11. That's at 16 right now. Tom Vonsberg, welcome. You are on the Barons. A little tax has never hurt anyone. You know, gotta help the Brandon. The Chiefs get, you know, some gold. Your fishy hair. Oh, my fishy heritage. Your Majesty, I know he died when you were young, but what do you remember about your father? Very squelchy hugs, I see. Your mother, Queen Sofia, married for love rather than politics, and the person she married was, well, a different species entirely. Frankly, we didn't know that humans and Finfolk could reproduce. That explains my webbed feet, hands, and gills. Yes, well, I didn't want to say. In my opinion, Your Majesty, this represents an opportunity to build ties between us and the Finfolk. But some of your nobles disagree. They wish to hide your heritage in case it upsets the peasants. We're not keeping that a secret. I would prefer C. Commission the bards to portray the Queen as a supernatural half-fish warrior. That's who I am. I'm the half-fish warrior, baby. Chilling and scheming. What? We were half-fish? You're goddamn right I'm half-fish. Thrifty. I'm half-fish. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, now there's nothing you can do about it. Alright, I'll be ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Why, for that sum I'll weave a tale of underwater heroics. I'm making even the seagulls weep. Let's see, do you think it's stretching stretching it to rhyme queen with sardine. Against all expectations, despite a total lack of literacy merit, the bard's tales catch on among nobles and peasants alike. Everyone hears a story about how you battled sharks to save a drowning maiden. Soon it becomes fashionable for nobles to paint fake gills on their necks and claim finfolk heritage of their own. You're goddamn right. The Mystery Knight. Ooh. As you walk in the corridor, your spymaster falls into step behind you. Soon she hands you a wooden carving of a figure astride a horse. I hear a mysterious knight called Baroness Yvette made quite the impression during the last jousting session of the March. No one knows who she is. The barons want to sell these figurines and commercialize the enigmatic jouster. We bring a great deal of money to the area. What is this? Now, what is the warrior choice here? All right, everyone, we're going to do a prediction. Pass or fail. I am choosing this one. This is for this. The pass or fail is for the middle one. I'm revealing myself as the Mystery Knight. This is what I'm doing. You can vote. You can spend your channel points to see if I pass or fail. I'm doing this one. Just to specify. You're a Germanic Baron. You are. Welcome, Tom, by the way. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Oh, did the vote end? Oops. Oh, it must have ended. All right. You make your way. Oh, I won. Choose outcome. Pass. Thrifty and Enoch, congratulations on the win. You make your big announcement with incredible pomp, putting out a proclamation that the mysterious knight was none other than you. For a moment, the barons look annoyed that you pretended to be one of them, but instead, excitement explodes. As the story spreads, you become more popular than ever. Dreadful tidings, your majesty. It is a disaster. Ortega's followers were in a frenzy. They stormed my manor and took it over. I barely escaped. They say Ortega brings the sick there to be healed by her powers if she doesn't burn the place down first. Send in the troops. Don't even need to look at anything. Just send in the troops. Send them in. Get rid of her. Send in the troops. Clear them out. Alright, looking like it's going to be B. Ending the vote the second it ends. It's majority. The best Southern Watch charge into the overrun estate and rout the peasants. They're easy picking and Ortega soon surrenders. She will be brought to the capital with all haste. Best of all, the soldiers salvage the stolen treasures, handing them triumphantly back to Grandy FMX. Philosophical meeting. Ortega arrives in your throne room, dressed in rags and flanked by palace watch. She lifts her chin defiantly as she walks in. Your Holiness, you want to deceive me? What's going on with those miracles? By paring away what's unnecessary, I move closer to the ninth god. He has given me the ability to heal, so I must use it. How can you claim to do anything with the ninth god? She's a heretic, plain and simple. By the ninth, I'm no such thing. He's just afraid of whatever he doesn't understand. I'll leave y'all to do what you want on this one. All right. The vote can still technically be swayed if you'd like to vote. I don't think it can be any more. All right, I'm ending the vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'd be delighted, your holiness. You may be what the kingdom needs to help push us closer to the 9th. Okay. Rising tempers. Ah, Sofia, I have something I need to discuss with you. That oaf Baron Tom Vonsberg challenged my honor, calling me a coward only fit to fight training dummies. I must regain my honor by fighting him at once. Give him a good kicking for me. By the old gods, I will. Do not worry. The very next day, Baron Tom, it's Baron Tom, is summoned to the fighting ring for the much anticipated duel. You've always been a coward, Ursa. Don't worry, there's still time to back down. Cheer for Ursa. Ursa grins ever so slightly. The two combatants circle each other like lions, their axes drawn and pointed at each other. When they finally come to blows, the fight is almost as quickly as it began. A quick parry here, a thrust here, and suddenly Ursa is holding up their hands in a display of surrender. I surrender, you win. Better luck next time, dear spouse. Ursa's face is a storm of anger and humiliation. Baron Tom merely laughs. Better luck next time. At least you've proven yourself not a coward, just inept with a blade despite all practice. Ursa barely speaks to you over the coming weeks. Instead, they spend most of their time in the practice yard, angrily swinging at dummies from dusk till dawn. Your Majesty, I have some dire news. Chief Rail was found in the palace gardens this morning. He was attacked by something, torn limb from limb. Uh-oh. As he was technically your guest at the time, we must take every effort to assure the chiefs that this was not intentional. You suddenly recall the night before, dreams of blood and gore ripping a helpless noble apart with your powerful jaws. Your Highness, are you listening? Tell the chiefs he was killed by a wild boar. Despite your well-crafted story, the chiefs are not so easily appeased. One of their own dying under your protection reflects badly on the crown. But more urgent is your knowledge of what you did. You have become a monster with an insatiable hunger for fresh meat, human or otherwise. I can get used to this. If the 9th god had not wanted this for you, it would have not happened. Rather than shy away from your newfound powers, you embrace them, indulging yourself with the regular midnight hunts. Soon, local peasants are afraid to go out at night, and rumors of a terrible bloodthirsty beast spread across the crownlands. The south swells with the sudden influx of devotees from across the kingdom. They've come to see the 9th Herald, Archara, in action. In the picturesque town of Mariona, the grandee's holy claimant delivers a speech to raucous applause. Two figures stand in an alcove nearby. If our army was strong enough, we could take the palace by force. A crusade, that sounds promising. Though I suggest we leave it up to the 9th god. Surely he will intervene on Archara's behalf. Alright. Grandees, FMX, Sepria, Thrifty, and Warzy, what y'all doing? Must have not drawn my pistol in time. So much for the 45 silver specials. Alright, it's looking like it's gonna be raised faith, and so, well, technically, Sespria, you're a deciding vote. You can vote B or A. I'll be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let us join in prayer, fellow grandees. The end of Queen Sofia II's illegitimate, godless rule is upon us. Our claimant Archara is poised to take the throne and usher in a new golden age. We only need to wait for a miracle. For the final stage of the scheme, keep faith at 10 for one full season. Uh-oh. Should I die, my crown will be passed to my daughter. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause by designating the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate on the birth of her daughter. What is your name? Sofia the Third. Grand, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Sofia the Third will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Alright. Anger from the church, you know. Having max faith, they're upset. Your Majesty, about that troublesome philosopher Ortega, I must protest you allowing her teachings to run unchecked. And her miracles are unorthodox at best. How can we allow what is effectively witchcraft to flourish in our ranks? Not to mention that the fact she's complaining about supposed church riches and saying we should be giving them away. Are you worried about her teachings or your reputation? I must express my displeasure with the utmost urgency. We wouldn't want the High Inquisitor to get involved. Don't extort me. You must make Ortega welcome. The Archbishop storms out in a huff. Later, he conducts a public ceremony to formally bless Ortega and her followers. He just about keeps it together for the ceremony, and Ortega's impeccably polite. Her followers praise the queen for her open mind. Big floppy hats are always in. I love big rims and I cannot lie. Max faith, you're goddamn right. We're a faithful kingdom. Your Majesty, it is my singular honor to invite you to attend the annual Night of the Seven Pyres. I look forward. Wonderful. I hope you trust you are willing to finance and organize one of the pyres. It's customary for the queen to do so. I look forward to it. Hopefully I have fucking money. Oh my god, there was no way to lower faith that turn. Was there? What happened that turn? Uh-oh. We'll find out. Starting now. Faith up, grandee, military up, barons, farming down, chiefs. There's a 3-second delay on stream, by the way. Max faith, are y'all ready for a miracle? All must get E. E is a pretty important one for anyone who isn't a grandee. Alright, we got A and E. Military up. What is this? Is this 4 or 5? Oh, at least 5. Okay. Is that the last one? It is. Is this the last one? It isn't. If we don't get E, we lose. It's true. If you don't get E, grandees win. So it's really just the barons who are able to contest with E. But it's looking like they're not gonna. So, I believe the grandees win. Yep, farming up, farming down, military up. And the victory. Your great and holy highness. The standoff with the grandees is becoming untenable. How do I make it tenable? I do have a proposition, in fact. Of course, you are the true queen, as we all know, but the Archara has many devout followers, and it's not just in the south. I was hoping we'd come to a diplomatic agreement, as if it were. Otherwise, I fear schism may develop in the church itself. There are already rumors that the High Inquisitor favors Archara. I arranged for a meeting between you and this herald. It would be on holy ground within St. Bertrand's Cathedral itself. Perhaps the holy presence of the Ninth God will reveal a path forward. Ah, so an ambush, devious. He frowns as if he can't tell if you're joking or not. In St. Bertrand's, forgive me, your highness, but don't be foolish. That would invite the Ninth God's wrath and nothing else. On the day of your meeting, your archbishop presents you with a heavy golden chains to wear around your neck, especially for the occasion. It's tradition for the queen to wear these at holy events. The so-called herald doesn't have any of these, now does she? Before heading out, you quickly check in with Ursa. These chains are a bit strange. Well, if anyone can pull them off, I suppose it's you. This weren't my idea, I can believe it. Still, it could be worse. Alongside your advisor, your spouse, and honor guard, you make your way to St. Bertrand's Cathedral. Grandee Archara is waiting. We gathered here today, under the guiding light of the Ninth God, to mend this rift that has damaged our kingdom, not since the trials of, get on with it, you blowhard, I'm not sweating through my brand new pelts. Aye, have at it, we haven't got all day. The Archbishop clears his throat. I invite Noble Archara to the pulpit to speak on the Grandee's behalf. Thank you, your holiness. I'll let her speak. As the Archbishop said, we're here to come to an understanding, that is, to receive the Ninth God's wisdom and understand his will, whatever that might be. Even the Queen can agree to that, surely. Wait a minute, what's that noise? Sounds like a groaning hull of a ship in a storm. The groan quickly becomes an explosive rush as the sound of a giant barrel bursting startles the assembled nobles. It's St. Bertrand's Brewery, the massive facility right next door. Tidal waves cascade through the stained glass windows of the church, a tidal wave of beer. Before anyone can react, the woman is washed away with a pungent alcohol. The sheer volume is enough to thrash people against the stone walls or carry them out the front door down the street. Yum. The absurdity of this is overwhelmed by raw terror. You fight to keep yourself above the thrashing waves and avoid taking in too much liquid. The sign we're looking for. The Ninth God has struck down the non-believers before our very eyes. That's when we realize the grandees are all seated in the gallery above the central hall, completely safe from the flood. Their claimant, too, standing majestically on top of a raised pulpit, is unharmed. They planned it all along, but your shouts come out as gurgles. More and more lager floods into your lungs. The weight of your massive golden chains pulls you beneath the waves. It's not long before your limbs tire and your lungs burn. You can only pray that Archara and the rest of the grandees have an even worse time ruling than you. Your final thoughts are a doomed realization that drowning in beer isn't as pleasant as it sounds, followed by an acknowledgement that there are worse liquids. Mercifully, you lose consciousness before the river of alcohol carries you into the sewers. You are killed by an unlikely miracle at the end of the grandee. I feel like that happened before, though. Why didn't I have that achievement? In what became known as the Thirsty Fellows' miracle, Queen Sofia II and all her supporters were drowned in a flood of beer from a nearby brewery. The attempt to woo Brusque to the northern cause was doomed to failure. Eventually, the wizard bored of these mortal squabbles, trapped Chief Rail Baron in a bubble of silence from which he never escaped. The Barons' attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Baron Bignut ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. The grandees swept happily into the sudden power vacuum. After all, hadn't the Naias sent the miracle to ensure that the most holy Archara took the throne? Even the other nobles found it hard to argue. Alright, we got 2 years, 6 months on Ursa of the North. We got